You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. I know this time of day.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the New Watch. We'll take it from here. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
As always, unless I got something else to do.
I was fucking my bad too. I let the intro ride out a little bit longer than I usually do. I was reading something.
All right. One of my great joys of the mornings of these shows is being able to mute that audio on YouTube right before you open your gap. So I have a little guitar music and then silence until you say good morning, everybody.
Yes, sir. How the hell are you, Tone?
I am not bad.
I'm crippled. I'm dying slowly from the inside out.
Just wait. It all gets better and better as you go on in age.
It can't get worse than this right now.
So yes, it can.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You've never led me astray before, but I just don't fucking believe it can get worse than this shit right here.
You wake up mornings finding shit that hurt you didn't even know you fucking had.
Yeah, for those that are wondering what I'm talking about, I think I may have a spell of sciatica. Fucking, I don't know, I was working out a few days ago. It's been like 4 days, my leg has been fucking killing me. I was dreading doing the show on Monday. I was glad Tony was like a couple minutes late texting me back.
Yeah, I was gonna try it.
He texted me like 7:09, and I'm like, yep, well, I'm not gonna read that. Nah, I already put up that greatest hits thing, so.
I've seen that. That's why I didn't follow up.
Yeah, like fuck it.
And I tried to watch that, but that was all the bits that I didn't like. So.
Yeah, I got another one that's in the works right now. I didn't finish it yet because obviously them shits don't take time. And then I stopped doing shorts because I'm an asshole. And like, I wasn't barely getting any views, so I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm not going to do it anymore. But now it fucked me up because I can't make any more greatest hits after this last one. So, fuck it.
Well, unless you go and edit shit, which would suck.
Yeah,
that means you have to listen to it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Because when I listen back lately, I'll like do it when I'm doing, so I'll have it playing in the background. Like playing a game or fucking doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'll be doing something else and have that shit on.
People may think it's egotistical to listen back, but if I don't listen back, I don't realize that I'm having issues with not being on the microphone like I should be, which a couple of shows back, that was pretty prominent in.
Yeah.
I also realized that I need to have my microphone turned at about 60-degree angle to the speaker, so it's not catching that cheap microphone that don't cancel or reject sounds from the sides and the back.
Yeah, right.
It's Omni, so I have to turn things down, and at the end of it, I got another one of the Sures out and hooked that back up because I want that rejection.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why too. Like when I fucking I had to charge my shit. Fucking, I sounded horrible that day. I don't know. I just hated it. It picks up all the background noises. Like right now, the puppy's crying, but I'm sure you guys could like barely hear it, if at all.
I'm not, but I heard him earlier before we were doing the show.
Yeah.
E-dog.
Yeah, but I was like right inside the cage, pretty much.
You won't hear mine because he's fucking gone.
This one's gonna be gone today. Last one. I'm down to I've whittled it down to the last one, Tone.
Now tell me this.
What?
I had a male Catahoula who was probably 70 to 80 pound dog. He's not as big as the big one, but he's only 9 months old too. Somehow, I have these indestructible collars from Amazon. Somehow his collar got chewed in too.
Hmm.
Now I just tightened it up yesterday so he couldn't back his head out of it. You know,
Right.
he really only just figured out yesterday that he could pull that one off, so I had to fix it. I come out 3 o'clock this morning, the motherfucker's gone, and his collar's laid there chewed in two.
Oh, you were serious? He's gone.
Yeah, he's fucking gone.
What? He chewed the
I,
collar and how the
I
fuck did
don't
he
know.
even wrap his mouth around it?
I don't know.
Did the girl dog, you think, chew it off?
I'm thinking that's the only way it would be possible.
Like, I'll set you free, brother. You set me free, and then he just leaves.
Fuck you, bitch, I'm out of here.
Good luck.
But
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear
well,
that.
yeah, he's gone. Generally, a hunting dog will return, but this one hasn't proved to be as smart as most hunting dogs I've ever seen. So
Yeah,
he's
that's.
gone. He's gone. I only wanted this one in the first place anyway. I never wanted the second.
We were talking about that the other last week or something like that. How you were thinking about getting rid of one, and I said you wasn't. Well, fate got rid of one for you, I guess.
We'll wait and see. If he comes back, I'm gonna make a collar out of a fucking chunk of dog chain. Shoot that son of a bitch in half.
Make one of those like 18th century fucking wooden torture collars.
No, no, no. I wouldn't do nothing to hurt the dog, but
No, it doesn't
just
hurt them, but they can't get out of it though.
take an appropriate length of dog chain, cut it off, and clip it together, and then clip the chain in the length where the snap hooks. 'Cause it's got kind of a big link right there where the snap hooks on the end of the chain.
Right.
Let's see. Whoever chewed it off, chewed that one off.
Yeah, chew on this. Yeah, I thought somebody, I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. But I think somebody tried to steal one of my dogs, one of my puppies. So I was selling a puppy yesterday, and the motherfucker takes the dog. I put it on the ground so they could see that it walks and all that other shit. You know, it's a functioning dog still and all that. And the guy picks it up and then walks it over to his car and lets his fucking bitch hold it. You know, the bitch is like hanging out the window, and she like held it and was like, "Hi, puppy," all that shit. And I swear to God, my wife says I'm paranoid. Swear to God, this guy starts inching towards the fucking like driver's side door, like he's gonna get in and drive off. So I fucking like, kind of like as he inches, I inch towards the bitch. As he inches towards the hood of the car, I inch towards the bitch, and fucking went and just kind of grabbed the dog back, and I was like, yeah, she loves to run around, watch this, and I like put my finger in front of her face and did like a little swirly thing, and the dog likes to chase that, so fucking, I kind of like, without being an asshole, took the dog back. But I swear to God, he was trying to steal that fucking dog.
Damn, I thought there was going to be a gun drawing going on here.
Nah,
What a
nah.
letdown.
Sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean to lead up to that, but yeah. But I had a fucking scare. I would have. If they'd fucking like successfully, I would have definitely took a shot at those tires.
But,
No doubt about it.
I don't know. These dogs are pretty loud about protecting what they figure is their ground, so I don't think anybody would try to steal them. And they probably wouldn't even consider it because the dogs start barking. Somebody's within 100 feet of it.
Yeah, they're not like stranger friendly, right?
So it's that wasn't even a thought when I come out and the damn thing was gone. I had to look at where his chain was to figure out if I didn't tighten it enough, he just backed out the collar. He didn't. He chewed that fucker in half. She did.
Damn.
And it wasn't where somebody could. It wasn't where she could reach it. So I don't know if he did it himself. If he did. He was fucking quadruple jointed in his fucking lower jaw or something. Hey, Sean, Sam, Mike, gunmetal guy.
Hey, morning, everybody. Fucking yeah, that had to be. He had to dislocate his jaw and slip it in it, and then fucking yeah, yeah. It would have been some extra shit if he did it himself. I don't know.
It's
Maybe the
a
bitch was like, I'm
shame.
tired of this motherfucker. I know he's gonna run away.
It's kind of a shame because he's really a good dog. I mean, he had a good personality, loved kids.
Wasn't the girl one the one you were thinking about getting rid of?
No, never.
Oh, that was the boy one. Okay.
She's fixed already, so
Oh, the boy one has got his nads clipped.
nope.
Oh, he's gonna get the humping eventually. He's probably out getting some pussy right now. He'll be back. That's what dogs do. They go out, they get some fucking stray dog pussy, and then fucking come back.
That may be why she chewed his collar off to get rid of him.
Yeah.
He may have tried to hump her once too many times.
Motherfucker's always trying to jump on my back. Piece of shit.
Usually, when he tries that shit, she puts him on the fucking ground. Like, no, not just no, but hell no.
uh,
Oh well, that's the way life goes. I hope he doesn't get out there and get hit by a car or something.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely hope. I'm. My thing now that you said that he wasn't fixed is he probably smelled some pussy or fucking went to go find some pussy. Pretty sure. Benching.
Ah,
Hold
no.
on. Apparently I invented a new word, binchin'. It's when a bitch starts to inch towards something or someone. He gave a puppy to his bitch, and he started to binge towards the hood of the car. I know in the New Watch
Jeez.
chat. Huh?
Go ahead.
I know in the New Watch podcast chat, when I hear audio that makes me visualize snot and urination while eating breakfast, hell yeah. Did I do that? Or did you
I
do
don't
that?
think I said anything related to snot.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Hell, I haven't even said I've been pissed off or act pissed off yet.
Maybe he's talking about
Sean
cock snot.
Sean said today's home defense episode is brought to you in part by Ruger Super Red Hawk Alaskan and Fork Sewell. Assholes come in all sizes.
Well, yeah,
Which
fuck you.
makes me think
What?
I just perused part of a Yankee video
Oh, this ought to be great.
on I ain't gonna rag on you. He was
Go
just
ahead,
talking
man.
about with the proliferation of people wearing soft armor, you might want to consider something like a 44 Magnum with solid copper bullets because they will go through soft armor. So, he was kind of promoting the 44 Magnum.
Hmm.
That just happened to remind me of that. No, I've been watching some of Yankee stuff. I can't watch his live chat. The guys in the chat, fucking fanboy, make me want to bark. But as far as Yankee videos go, lately I find I agree with more than I disagree with.
He's just probably just because he's getting older or something like that. You got more in common. I don't know. It's possible. Literally said that. Wait,
He,
what? Oh,
he,
assholes come in all sizes.
he's more of the same vein in use of your gun that that I'm in than I ever figured he would be.
Yeah.
I'm like one of them shoot 'em all like God, sort the shit out. And that's an extreme exaggeration, to be honest. Yeah, I went down to Missouri, went and did the measuring for the center support pillars on the building, leveled the spots out in the ground, did all the figuring, figured what blocks I was short, went out and bought another truckload of concrete blocks, which cost like $150. But concrete blocks are still cheap. And come back and figured out what we were going to do. Went out there first thing Monday morning and sit out there and sitting there waiting for the guy to call because he was going to call us when he got to the site where the building's at. The lot, the lady that sold us the building lot.
Right.
And load the building and then call us. We're sitting there shooting the shit. And we're starting to go, well, what are we going to do if he don't show up? We're going to go home today? And I'm like, no, I ain't going to fucking drive through St. Louis at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So eventually, he calls and says he's wound up in the hospital with issues with his liver. He said, we could try it tomorrow, which would have been yesterday. And I'm like, nah, because I ain't going to drive to St. Louis for a minute, same fucking reason. But it's like, we'll work something out. We're not available on the next weekend. The old lady's got off, but the one after that, so it's a month. So we're probably not going to do anything with it for a month. My only concern at this point is prices of materials. I don't want to buy the materials here now. Could stick them in the garage because, I'm not fucking here. But I don't want to fucking haul it all down there.
Is he talking about this? So
What?
I don't take a piss on air. He's talking about when I filled up. Watch. Look. I'll do it again. That's when I was filling up the dog's water. I don't piss on air.
I don't either.
I would have at least, bare minimum, muted my mic, but I would.
Your
Yeah.
mic good enough to catch that little
I
shudder
s-
at the end?
I swear, yeah, I swear to God that fucking, I thought that my mic would have been far away enough to not catch the water on the air. My bad about that,
All right,
but
here
yeah.
we go.
What?
Let's try something.
What?
A gunmetal guy. What the fuck did you mean?
About what?
Visualizing snot and urination.
Oh, because I was fucking filling up the dog water and he thought that I was pissing.
Are you
That's
guessing that?
Yes, because that's the only thing that I could have possibly done that sounded like I was pissing.
Like I said, why not ask?
Oh, I thought you were yelling at him. You were yelling at me to yell at him.
I was. What the
Oh.
fuck were you talking about, dude?
Okay, got you. 10
We may have
4.
hit gold and don't know it.
um, I know. I was looking at that too. That's why I said fuck you, Sean, because Alaskans are like fucking $1,500 now.
Yeah.
And I had the chance last year to get one for fucking $1,100. But guess what stupid said? Oh, why don't I wait until the fucking price drops a little bit? Motherfucker soared to the top. But I should buy one now for 15 before they're fucking $2,000 next year.
You got to do you, man. As I sit here, I swear they're going to come down some.
You think so?
This can't stay this way.
Alright, well, hey, fucking. My fingers are crossed. This is something that I want to believe you. I want to believe you. I
We've
don't believe
never
you.
had it stick like this before, but sometimes
Well,
it
maybe
takes a lot longer to correct than it
well,
does other times.
hopefully in 2024 we got another Trump slump. The prices drop.
Actually, 2022 might do wonders.
How so? I'm looking at it negative 20.
If
Like the rest of this year is shot. So.
if if they take over the House and the Senate, if Republicans take over both, then the whole panic thing on the right side of the pro-gun side of blacks, they'll have no power to do shit. I mean, there's the possibility of what, presidential orders. What do they call it? Anyway, executive orders. Uh, those are easy to overturn. Time that office turns over to the side. Seen it happen with Trump and then Biden undoing Trump. If the Senate gets shit done, House, Congress gets shit. That's a little harder to deal with.
He said, Sean says we'll trade Alaskan for Barrett MA2A1 in 4 years. I don't know, I'm thinking you're a little bit more fucking positive than me. I'm fucking thinking that in 2024 we might get a tad bit of shit
Oh,
might
you want to
drop back down to what it was.
you
Maybe.
want to hear something funny?
What?
Just plain humor. And my daughter and son-in-law just bought a Suburban. Just basically the same thing I got. 99.
They got a 99?
Yeah.
They in the year 2022 bought a 99?
Hey, mine still runs.
How many miles did it have on it?
I think 150,000. Considerably less than mine does.
Yeah, okay, yeah, them things can run to like 250, 300,000 if you maintain them well enough.
Well, they get this thing and they drive it. Turns out that overheated. It was low on water, and they had it towed home and backed it up their hill or their driveway. And they filled it up with coolant and started and ran it to see if it was leaking somewhere. And didn't see no leaks. They shut it off. Next time they tried to start it, started. So he's like, "Well, I know the alternator." So they put an alternator and a battery in it. Still won't start. So he said, "But it needs new plugs." So he takes out the plugs that are, from what I can see, brand fucking new,
Right.
and puts new ones. Still won't start.
So
I
what's
said,
the fucking plugs?
"Did you?" He said the guy had put a new fuel pump in. I said, "Did you happen to check and see if it actually had gas?" He's like, "It's got a half a tank." What? Put 5 gallons of gas in the son of a bitch and try it. And he said, "We got a gallon and a half to put in there, and it still won't." I said, "Put 5 gallons of gas in. It's sitting on a fucking hill." He said, on about half a day later, he calls me. He said, "Guess what? Put gas in it. Started right up." Jesus Christ. Why the fuck do you ask if you ain't going to do what I tell you? I mean, it's a concept about working and shit like that. Do the easiest, cheapest shit first. The first thing I told him, I said, "Look, get some starting fluid and spray into this particular spot." And I showed him. I said, "There's a 2 or 3 second shot and see if it tries to start. If it does, then you know it ain't getting it." You go.
Diagnosed and solved.
Yeah, all over the fucking phone.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, dude, just put gas in the son of a bitch. I said, "Look, if the guy put the fuel pump in, easy, fuck up that float, because you put all of it in at the time. And if you're not very fucking smart, you'll try to bend that float to get it to fit. Then your gas gauge won't be right." So now I suppose I'm going to have to go down there and help him figure out that gas gauge issue, but it's not too hard if I got labor taking the tank out where I don't.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
I mean, this is like the 10th or 15th thing he's called and asked me on, and then just fucking ignored what I said. And every fucking time he finally gets there, dude, you fucking listen to what I tell you or stop fucking calling.
He just calls you for a last, like, okay, what am I gonna do at my last resort? I'll call Tony and figure it out. If all the
Well,
shit that I don't want to do works, I'll try Tony's shit. uh,
at the end of the conversation yesterday, he says, it kind of ticks me off that I had to spend, $500 to figure out to put gas in. I said, well, if the alternator and battery were bad, then, what you spent was only the money for a spark plug, which is, the plugs in it were new, but still, you're only talking 30 bucks what they put in it. Ah, shit.
you're talking about fucking. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I've heard stories. Um,
I think every fucking son-in-law has done that shit. I'm like, look, it's simple. Start with the cheapest, easiest shit to do,
yeah, work
and
your
work
way
your
up
way
to the
up.
expensive. Yeah, exactly. Did any of these guys have dads?
Uh,
uh,
well, now, Nathan, which is the one with the Suburban's dad, is just like him. I had to do the same thing with his dad working on putting a refrigerator in their house. He's going to make a structure to support the steps. And I said, well, fuck, just put a board under it.
I never
I've
had
never
a.
thought of that.
I didn't grow up with a dad though either, but I mean, I still fucking had people telling me what the fuck, what the fuck is what. I was working on my own car when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
My stepdad is the one that I had a Ford that would, when you go forward, it would cut out and not want to run, but in reverse, it ran perfect. And I mean, I had this fucker out to Ford garage and he couldn't tell me. I gave him $50 back in 81, 82 maybe, to diagnose it. Uh, and they couldn't tell me. My stepdad on the phone said it's a wiring issue somewhere. Because either it'll run good or it won't. It won't do it one way or the other. He said, always start with the simplest first.
That's
Turns out
yeah.
that the wire that slips onto the power post of the coil, the little 12-volt lead, was loose. And when it was going forward, somehow it would shake in the breeze and make it cut out, but going backwards, do it. I don't know how the fuck that worked because you'd think the fan would be blowing either way. But 30-second pair of pliers fixed that fucker after Ford told me to put an intake gas. Anybody who's done a Ford 400 intake knows that's a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Go in there, motherfuckers.
Never forgot that. Always start with the easy, cheap shit first.
Fucking Sean's trying to. Don't blow Tony's head up.
Oh shit, I've done that.
What swapping?
Changing engines from a
Yeah.
tree limb. Fuck, that's nothing. I did it from a tree limb in fucking 2 foot of snow in January. You know, talk about getting your man card. Well, that was getting your I'm 17 stupid as fuck card. I
Speaking
fuck
of 17, who do you think would win? 17-year-old you or 35-year-old you?
35-year-old me,
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just talking the
hands
other
down.
day. I was just talking the other day how I would beat my ass like back in the day. Come on, you little bitch. You think you know something about something?
17-year-old me was about 95 pounds, most of the time walking hard on.
Yeah.
35-year-old me was 185 pounds, most of the time walking hard on with a little bit of wisdom.
Yeah, see there wasn't too much of a difference. The thing is though is that 17-year-old me would have came at me in a fucking like rage-filled fury and fucking 35-year-old me would be dancing circles around that motherfucker. Not with this
I,
sciatica though. Oh my god.
I, I, I did have the wherewithal when I was 17 to reach out for help. Because I like mechanics. I knew a lot of mechanical shit by the time I was fucking 12.
Well, yeah, that's the
I
thing
mean,
is that you gotta be see in your youth, not being fucking afraid to ask for help. It kind of benefits you because then you grow up and know what the fuck you're doing.
I was taking shit apart from the time I was a little bitty kid. I mean, 4 or 5 years old, I was taking watches apart, see what was in there and shit like that. But by the time, fuck, I don't know, I was probably 8 or 9 when I could completely rebuild a bicycle with the crescent wrench and a pair of vice grips. Vice
Oh
grips are the
yeah,
greatest tool ever invented.
that was big when I was a fucking kid too. We were into those like the dyno bikes and the Diamondbacks and all them like BMX kind of bikes and shit with the fucking handlebars that spin around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were big on those when I was a kid, and we always had to fucking fix those shits. Put pegs
and
on the
that.
motherfuckers, all the fuck, change out the tires. Yeah, I used to
See,
have
I
fun with
was
my bike.
I was building the originals before you were born.
No, yeah, for sure. I wasn't, and the ones that I got were already built. It was just when you put the extra shit on, like you wanted to put a colored fucking gear on, or you wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Bigger, fatter tires or something like that type of shit. I just
We did.
customized it.
I did the BMX kid in '76, the first one I'd ever seen.
And what it just it's the frame, the handlebars, and fucking all that shit, the
Uh,
gears, the
it was
chain.
just this. It was just the fucking handlebars and the seat and the pegs. Take the bolts off of the axles and put the foot pegs on.
Yeah,
I didn't do that part because I didn't want it, so I just had the seat and handlebars. But it was the first one I'd ever seen locally. And that was kind of a bitch because that was before I had heard about two-piece headsets.
hmm.
So it was a matter of bending that fucking headset out to the handle.
You never tried to fucking grind or no shit like that.
No,
I
hell
had
no.
I had a
You,
peg on the right side on each tire, the front and the back tire, and it looked like I knew how to grind, but I never did it ever in my life.
no, because grinding was not. I wasn't riding in that kind of a style. I was just riding a damn bike.
You're right, yeah.
I just wanted to look. But when I ride, if I ground, then pretty soon I'm getting my ass scraped up because that means the pedal's grinding. I'm fixing to lose it. I thought you meant grinding the handlebars or something to make it fit. And I'm like, no, fuck no.
Oh
I had a
no.
custom plum crazy purple paint job on that fucker. I wasn't even going to get a spark on it, let alone a scratch.
Crazy? Go get her. Go get your fucking dog. This motherfucker's climbing out of the cage now, so we're having issues. Oh, you're
How
gonna get
big's the damn
sold.
cage?
Well, I mean, it's tall enough for her to not get out. It's fucking it's like at least 2.5 feet, maybe almost 3 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall. But when I got the cage door open, there's maybe a, a 4 inch of a raise that she could just like walk over now. So I feel like a warden at a fucking dog prison or some shit. Supper
That's,
time?
I don't know. A lot of people bitch about you keeping dogs outside and on a chain, but I don't know.
Well, it's a puppy and it ain't got its shots yet. And I don't know how this land does with fucking parvo. I know in Arizona, parvo was running rampant, so I don't know.
I've never heard of a dog around here having it. I suppose it's possible, but
Out here, I think that it's more, I'm just being more paranoid than anything, but I know there was a problem with it in Arizona.
I
But
needed to
let the
get that
owners, what?
nail shot. I should have done it 6 months ago, but I was waiting until I got him cut. It was taking having him cut and get his rabies shot at the same time. Shots.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just hadn't got around to it yet because every fucking free time I have, I'm going to fucking Missouri.
I can't, I don't know. Something about a boy dog, I just can't fucking get his nuts clipped. Can't do it.
Oh, I can't.
Can't.
Listen to the whining in the background. It gets easier.
Yeah, but I mean, usually even those that, this little guy's worth some money right here, huh? You little goodies. You little $300 pound of meat.
I don't want to add to the nasty, massive population of unwanted puppies.
Oh yeah, it's horrible how they fuck. That's like, I agree with you. If you're one of these people that like can't afford an extra dog or fucking won't don't want to take care of an extra dog for like fucking 7 weeks, but I don't. There's definitely too many puppies on the loose.
There ain't that much issue of taking care of pups. I mean,
No, not at all.
granted, we buy puppy formula when we had them and shit like that, but you wouldn't have had to.
Fat
All
boy,
you had
no.
to do is soak fucking dog food in water or something and make it wet. They'll figure out probably starting at about 3 weeks, they'll eat solid food.
Oh yeah, these guys were eating in a month.
Uh, you can make. What I did was I was mixing it with the formula because they really like the formula because it's kind of sweet, and you start, you know, more food, less formula until you switch them completely off of it in just a matter of days, like a week. Uh,
Yeah, like right now there's 6 weeks. Everything that you can ever read will usually tell you 8 weeks. But I mean, the mom stops feeding at about 5.5 weeks because they got teeth. And these dogs, you know how they fucking like yank at something and rip their head around? She was doing
yep,
that they were doing that to the titties. I'm like, oh my god, this has got to be torture on my dog.
but this Catahoula that had these pups all, she was clear of them in 3 weeks. She was not letting them feed.
That's a little bit too early. That's why I could see you talking about the formula.
Well, yeah, we was formula in a fucking bottle at first, and probably at about 4 weeks, I started putting them in the bowl. You know, 'cause that bottle shit gets old really quick when you've got four.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and you'll have one or two that'll do it just like they've been doing it since they draw first breath. And then you've got other two that you have to actually squeeze the bottle to put drops on their tongue to get them to fucking eat.
Yeah. That
Got
yeah.
no idea of how to make suction on the tit, I guess. Wonder they fucking lived the 3 weeks they were nursing.
Yeah, it's crazy with these dogs, they've always just known what to do. I've never encountered a fucking litter like that before, or a puppy like that before.
Well, evidently they nurse just fine, except for when the teeth come in. Then it's like mom's done with that shit.
It's over with, yeah. They were doing Evil Knievel. Yeah, we had that. Oz said they were doing Evil Knievel jumps with a bike that had high handlebars and a banana seat. Would a banana seat make it more of a comfortable
Well, if you're
drop?
doing the Evil Knievel jumps, you don't want your ass on the damn seat when you land.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Because, I mean, the banana seat was designed to hold your weight and maybe the little girl's riding behind you's weight, not the impact weight of a 5 foot jump.
No. And then doing it on the regular bikes, yeah, nah. See, we had like dirt ramps and shit like that, and it kind of sucked, and you didn't really go up that high, so we were always standing up. So I really don't know, but I've seen a
I
couple people fucking biff hard and like fucking nut shots on the frame and fucking all types of shit. So I don't know.
I first put that BMX kit on my bike. I was riding, spinning tires in the driveway, looking down at the tire when I rode into the back of my dad's Maverick and busted my fucking nose on the little lip on the top of the trunk. Usually nobody's parked out there. And my dumb ass didn't even bother to fucking look, even though I rode there with him when he parked there. Been known to do the occasional dumb fucking thing.
Yeah.
Nose and lip. bloody as hell. My dad felt like shit because he had bought me this stuff to allow me to do that.
You got you
And
the
I'm
tools.
grinning. I'm like, man, that hurt, but it was a cool burnout.
Gunmetal guys asking Sean if there's any known issues with 454 Casuls and Alaskan having cartridges move under recoil and lock in the cylinder. I've never heard of anything. I had that 454 fucking Taurus.
It can do it if
The
you
bullets ain't.
reload the ammo and you don't get a good crimp. So I
Yeah.
did that with my 44 Magnum.
Well, yeah, but that's always, yeah, that's an issue with almost any fucking
Yeah,
revolver cartridges.
pretty much any of the recoiling cartridges will do that shit. That's why when you buy the Lee loader or the Lee dies for them, uh, they make the set that has the factory crimp because that the taper crimp that comes in all their sets is not quite good enough to hold those, or I didn't use it well enough. It's hard to say. Uh,
Well, I mean, it's not
but
like you gotta put a fucking super tight grip on it either, though.
well, when you're talking recoil on those, they need to have brass sunk into the freaking ring in the bullet cannibal.
Oh.
Taper crimp can do that, I think, but I didn't have good luck with it. And also, I started out with the lever gun too, so dropping all the rounds in the ammo in the magazine, you're going to deal with setback maybe if you don't have a crimp. So I quickly figured to always do the factory crimp on my 44 stuff. And on the 44 special and shit, it's for shooting. It's not required because I load them in lever gun. I still do it.
Hmm.
I don't want to empty the freaking powder out of a round while it's in the gun to get it to free up. So far, I haven't had to. I was able to take the plastic mallet and tap the head that backed, or the bullet that backed out, back down into clear. But if it's loose enough, maybe you could drop the bullet off the wall. It's in the freaking gun, and have a big ball of fire there right around your fucking hand or something like that. So if you buy the dies for it, buy the Lee 4 die set with the carbide die.
I was gonna say that'd be a bit of a fucking shock. Oh shit. Boom. Speaking about guns, I had a theory brought up to me that I initially thought was stupid as fuck, but then got to thinking about it and kind of thought that it made sense, but then kind of thought I'm possibly being stupid as fuck as well. But sighting in your scope wrong on purpose. Have you ever heard of this practice? Is this something that's common to you?
Yeah.
So you sight your scope in low and to the right, and you're the only person that knows that it's low and to the right. So when somebody else tries to shoot you in the head, it'll wing you in the shoulder or something like that.
No,
That's
I've
that's
never
how it
heard of
was.
that.
That's how it was told to me.
Generally, a rule of thumb was to shoot a sight in your scope for your centerfire rifle about 2.5 inches high at 100, and it would turn out to be approximately right on at 300.
Right? Yeah. Now I've heard of that before. I've heard of that before, but not ever shooting, sighting it wrong. So you're the only one that can shoot it right. I've never heard of people doing that until a
No,
few days ago.
I'm gonna jump on the that's pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah. Then I was thinking like maybe for self-defense it was kind of fucking practical, maybe, but then it's like who's gonna look down the scope of a fucking if they steal
Why do
your
you have a
gun?
fucking scope on a self-defense gun?
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not gonna grab. Do you think they're gonna grab your rifle or they're fucking? This guy has a scope on a shotgun, which I mean is, I've seen that before, but there ain't no hunting to be done out here like that.
Well, I don't know that if you're talking about a gun you're using on just targets, probably. But if you're trying to hunt with it, and you can't be absolutely certain range, and you can't be that. How far the fuck are you going?
Well, according to this motherfucker, you know that it's low and to the right, so that's where you aim at.
How low and how right?
Apparently, spot on for
That
him. I don't fucking know.
but that's exponential with distance. Farther
That
you get, the farther low, farther right.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the further that it is, the lower or whatever. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know the logic behind it was, I guess, if somebody else grabs your gun that's not you, they don't know how to shoot it. I guess. And also assuming that they don't know how to sight in a rifle real quick. I guess. I don't know, man. I just wanted to know if anybody else heard of that shit before.
I have not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
I
else has
have
either.
heard people compensating for bad trigger pull by sighting high left or high right.
Yeah, well, yeah, because okay, I could see that, but I don't know. Whoever taught this man that shit, stop teaching people things. Cause I'm sure I'm not the only person that he's told this genius idea to.
I It makes no sense to put something on there to make the weapon more accurate and then make it purposely inaccurate.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Ain't the scope so you could get right on target? Like, what the fuck do you mean you sighted in wrong on purpose? I think that the scope just wasn't sighted because I was looking at his guns. I think the scope just wasn't sighted in, and fucking, he didn't want to be embarrassed.
Well, that is a thing that will happen with. They'll try to, you know, give some fucking reasonable excuse for why they're fucking up.
Yeah. Cause I'll tell you what, I'm not bragging. I don't give a fuck, but everybody should be like that. Like my fucking, even my pellet gun scope right now is fucking on point. I just make sure all my shit is fucking sighted in.
Whenever I get to the range, I'll wrap up the last three that aren't, but my 22s and even my pellet gun is sighted.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to do that. You could sight a rifle.
You got any
Take
scopes on your shotguns?
no.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but like for fucking hunting purposes, but I've never actually seen it in real life. I've seen YouTube videos of people with shit like that, but I don't see a point.
I suppose I could see a scope on a deer gun. I mean, a scope lets you identify shit a little bit better. Like you got a deer that's kind of in a brushy area or something. Out shit better.
And slugs too, right? It doesn't make sense with buckshot because buckshot can kind of have a spray.
Well, I suppose you could pattern it and just set the scope on the center of that pattern. I don't see a point in it.
I
I
don't know.
mean, granted, with slugs, a shotgun doesn't have all that great a set of sights on it, pinpoint accuracy.
Well, yeah, but that's because of the spread.
Right. So I'm saying I see a scope with slugs if you want more accuracy. I don't use shotgun slugs.
No, we got rifles for
Exactly.
that. Got rifles for that. Good news. My 3-inch leather straps are due to deliver today. I made the pattern for the holster last night. Probably cut that out this morning. Hey, can you do swords?
Swords.
I need a leather belt with a fucking side holster for a sword.
I have not been to the range, to my local range. I haven't been there in 3 years. I I haven't been to my daughter's range in the backyard for about a year and a half.
Yeah,
I
ranges
just
suck dick, kind of. Go ahead.
just decided that I wasn't going to waste fucking ammo. I mean, her range is not a real range; it's just a place to shoot and play.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not set
see,
for doing
that's what I like.
any.
No range officers, none of that shit.
Her range is not set up for any real work. It's to hang targets, but
Is there range
uh,
officers there and shit?
no.
Yeah, see,
It's her
that's
fucking backyard. She got like 9 dogs.
yeah, that's what I like.
First gunfire goes off, they all go into hiding.
Yeah, that's how these dogs are too. But
Uh,
yeah, I like private land or fucking desert. The desert is fantastic to go shooting in. Um, but after you do that, ranges suck dick. But some people, that's all you can.
I uh, I intend to go back to my. I like the idea of having first off the collection of steel stuff they got to shoot at because they have dual entries and stuff for handgun. I like the specified 1, 2, and 300 yard rifle, which is something that I don't have access to elsewhere.
Outdoor
Even on,
ranges are okay, but yeah, but those are fucking far and few in between. Some people only have like access to indoor ranges, which kind of sucks. But you
I
know,
fully intend to put a 25 yard range on my place, but 100 yards is out because the only direction I've got to do it would be shooting uphill at probably 7 degree incline, which is too much. Shooting out the top a mile away. I don't think there's anything back there, but I would take a chance. I want to shoot a handgun.
yeah. Well, what your backstop's just gonna be dirt, right?
My backstop is going to be, I'm going to make kind of a U-shaped thing out of railroad ties, so it'll like square it off, but fill it with sand.
Oh, okay.
Shoot in the sand. That way I can reclaim the lead at some point if I want to.
Yeah, that'll be yeah. That'll work out good. That's
I want something
insane
I
to
can walk
start.
out my fucking front door, walk about 10 yards, and sit down at a bench and start shooting shit.
That's most indoor. He says ranges that don't allow you. Sammy said ranges that don't allow you to double a tap or rapid fire with your handguns fucking suck. And that's most indoor ranges that I've ever been to.
My range here won't let you do it inside or out. They have got a nice outdoor set, but I mean, they've got a lot of shit combined into one spot because they have an outdoor rifle range, like 12 bays. They have a outdoor fun range, which is the range with all steel, dual entry, pulse, front for a cowboy action shooting event with a swinging bar door.
Hmm.
Uh, and then they have just a pistol range, shoot up to 25 yards.
Yeah, see, they had a pretty cool one in Arizona. In where the fuck was it? I want to say it was in Apache Junction, but I think it was further fucking east than that or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, fucking um, it was cool. But most ranges that I've seen that are like indoors suck dick. And they had the whole like fucking out to like 300 yards, I think, like something like that. But it sucked.
Well, see, with this range, and to answer Mad Sexy's question, no, we can't hunt with rifles here. Muzzleloaders for deer,
What
but
was the
we
thing?
can hunt like coyotes, squirrels, rabbits with fucking anything.
Most likely
It's
if you.
completely fine to hunt coyote with a 30-60, but no deer.
Hmm.
Kind of fucking brilliant thinking, ain't it?
You see a red dot makes more sense than a scope to me. A red dot on a
And
shotgun.
we can hunt. Mike says muzzleloader shotgun only. No, it's handgun too. But straight wall cartridge with more than 500 foot-pounds muzzle energy. So 355 for Magnum,
Yeah, hence the 44.
41 Magnum, 454. I think there's a limit on cartridge length.
Sexy makes a point though, 'cause they don't. I've seen like 50 caliber fucking pellet guns now and shit like that, like fucking that pushes
I
out
don't.
like fucking 800 feet per second, something like. I'm probably over exaggerating, but it goes pretty fast.
Will it go 500 foot-pounds muzzle energy?
See that? I don't know.
See, if they don't do that, then they're not going to be
Is
allowed.
that what's that for? For a more humane kill?
That's, I don't know, that's some fucking number. Got to be here. Fucking 22 will kill you.
Well, yeah, no shit, but I'm
You
just
got to
saying
get close, but they will do it.
they're trying to put it down in one fucking shot, no matter where you're at.
22 will kill deer, one shot, drop dead on the
Yeah, if you fucking sneak up and stick the gun halfway inside of its ear, yeah, one shot'll kill it.
ground. You know, all you got to do is go at night and use a bright flashlight. Deer will stand there and let you walk right up to it.
A dumb animal.
Of course, that's kind of called poaching these days, but I've never done it
Sure.
to the point of actually killing a deer, but I have walked right up on a deer while coon hunting. And that fucker stand right there, mesmerized by that light as long as it's pointed at. And believe me, there was a lot of thought and soul searching about should we take this fucking deer home or not. I mean, we're actually standing there discussing this shit.
He
You
said
know,
he's.
all the deer standing there mesmerized by the light.
I gotta see that. He said he saw Iraq veteran 88 hunting hogs at 500 yards with an air gun. I gotta
I
find out
just
what kind of gun that was.
I just discovered that Missouri doesn't allow hog hunting.
You guys don't got a feral hog problem?
Oh yes, but they've decided it's better to not hunt them, better to trap them in herds.
Why not? That's a fucking nice little Christmas dinner right there.
It's better to trap them in herds. If they're not hunting, they're not wary near as bad as they are if they're hunting.
So what do they got? Their own like hog agency that goes out and
Yes,
collect?
they
No shit.
absolutely do. They got like 10 or 12 guys, outfits, that are going out trapping these hogs. And they're having pretty damn good success rate from what I can see. I mean, if you believe their numbers. I still think it sucks that they don't want you to hunt them. Like, that fucker's on my dirt.
Yeah, if something comes in your yard, I still gotta look up the laws out here.
I ain't gonna see fucking hogs. I'm gonna see bacon and ham.
Yeah. Like I said, a
I don't know.
big
There's
ass,
some
fat ass Christmas dinner.
there's some exemptions for landowners, but I don't know that my 3.26 acres quantifies me as a landowner.
I would say so.
I don't care what you say, though. I got to care about what Missouri says.
But you guys, Jimmy told me.
Don't you watch fucking New Watch?
Yeah, we read shit from Google, man. Come on.
Uh, no, I'm disappointed that they do that. I really am. Hopefully that'll change. You know, either one, they'll get the hog population down to where they think it's manageable, or they'll come to the realization that it don't matter what the fuck you do, you're going to have these things to deal with because they're like 250-pound rats that taste good smoked.
Yeah, that is true.
On the other side of the coin, squirrel season opens up here in about 2 weeks, I think. I have to look again. I thought it was May 1st. It might be May 30th. Anyway, well before this one here opens up. However, it cost me $67 to get a fucking hunt license because I don't live there.
All I know is May 19th, Mexican pizza's coming back to Taco Bell. It's fucking psych.
I'm pretty certain that it's going to be neither Mexican nor pizza.
I'm gonna be poaching some of those. That's for goddamn sure.
What caliber are you going to use?
$20 bill. Oh, that's you. That's perfect. You make perfect sense. I could fucking rob the place of all the Mexican pizzas and then just heat them up as I like. 10 millimeter. You know what works with broads? Take a shiny, expensive watch and shake it. Girls stand there dazed, and you can walk right up to them before they realize you're poor.
You can tell he listens to you too much. You started referring to him as broads.
Yeah. What you want to do with the broad is once you shake the shiny watch in front of her that you stole from somebody, and then fucking smack her in the head with something heavy.
I'll guarantee you it'd work better if you shake $100 bill.
Oh yeah. Have you got a couple of few $100 bills stacked together real nice? Or get a bunch of ones and put $100 bill on top of them? Fucking,
I have
you'll win every time.
know a dude who did that shit.
What? $100 bill and a stack of ones?
As a kid, it was $100 bill, or it was 220s on stack one.
A 20 on the top and a 20 on the bottom? Or
Yep.
two?
And then when he got older and he could afford to do it, he did it with hundreds. But he also had $1,000 bill that his brother gave him for his birthday. A real one.
There's still real ones floating around?
Yes, but they're not in circulation. You have to go and buy one.
Like for real, like yeah, go to get
Yeah,
them authenticated.
It's real U.S. $100 bill, but I'm thinking that he went to the bank and they ordered the treasury, but I don't know. I was involved with. I've seen it. It's real. It has you can tell that it's real money just by the fucking bill of paper.
Isn't that how counterfeiters work too, though?
I don't think counterfeiters are stupid enough to try to do $1,000 bills.
Though I'm sure $1,000 bill will get fucking checked out, painstakingly checked out.
Well, and they're not in circulation. That shit's used for like when somebody's moving fucking $10 million.
Yeah, right. We need some space in
Uh,
here. 10 hunters ain't gonna cut it. We need one bill for this.
$1 million in 20s is a way bigger stack than $1 million in thousands.
Yeah, yeah. We need one less duffel bag here, guys. Can you work it out?
But when he did that, I asked him, "How the fuck you get one of those?" He said, "Well, you can go to the bank and you can get thousands, 500." He said, "And I think there's even 10,000,
What?
but I don't know if that's true or not." He didn't say. He said he thought that.
So if I were to rob a bank and take $1,000 bill and then try to cash that $1,000 bill, they would know that I was the one that took it from the bank.
I don't know that banks have them on hand. I think they had to order from the treasury.
Do you got to pay him $1,000 first? Because I'll get one ordered for free.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'll order it for free and then come there and then take it.
I'll tell you the best thing that I've ever said works is I don't have any girlfriend that's pissed off at me.
Yeah. That's the great thing about having a wife. When you guys are mad at each other, you just don't have to talk. You just ignore. I've learned over the years how to ignore.
I know of no girlfriend in my past that refuses to speak to me today that's still living. There's a couple of them that passed away that won't, or that I hope they won't. That's a whole different show conversation topic. And no, I don't fall into all that stuff. Don't necessarily believe it.
Whatever.
The whole spiritual thing. I mean, I believe that there's spirits and whatnot, but I don't believe that they're down here conversing with people and moving shit around and stuff like that. At least I've never seen anything that would indicate.
I think that's a typo, but he fucking what's a Aesop tales? I don't know. But he said women are not made of sugar and spice and everything nice. I thought he was gonna say more like asbestos.
Aesop's fables, man. They used to play them all the time on Bullwinkle.
Yeah, I'm not a big Rocky and Bullwinkle fan, bud. Sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
get the
well,
Aesop. I thought you were
you
saying asbestos.
you you know hundreds upon hundreds of Aesop fables. I'll guarantee you that.
Like what?
God, I couldn't call one up right now. Think of any fucking fable. Most likely he did it.
The tale of Jonah and the whale.
That's not a fable. That's biblical.
So Noah isn't a fable, it's biblical.
That's right. That's not considered a fable. That's considered biblical canon.
Hercules is a fable.
Hercules is a fictional story.
What is a fucking fable?
Fab-
Fables.
Fables are stories that lead you to a point. Uh, God, I used to know.
And you misspelled it also, Gunmetal Guy. There's an A in
Get
the
on
beginning
fucking
of that.
Google and
I'm looking it up
just get
right
on.
now. There's an A. It's Aesop.
Yeah, it's Aesop.
What's
It's pronounced like he spelled it.
Oh, the tortoise and the hare.
That's Aesop.
How many Aesop fables are there? The Western tradition of fable effectively begins with Aesop, a likely legendary figure to whom is attributed blah 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 blah
I think
blah.
Aesop himself was a fable.
Up to 200 fables.
There's a shitload that are attributed, but I don't know how much of it there was that came from an actual person named Aesop.
What's the frogs and the ox?
Like the stuff of the.
Have you ever heard of the
Allegheny.
frogs or the ox?
I have not that I can think of.
The belling the cat?
Well, tell us the fables, you fucking stingy prick.
The town mouse and the country mouse?
Yes, I've heard that one.
What's that? What's the point of
I
that?
don't know. Did you hear me say I heard that one?
Tony,
Not I remember that one.
I'm starting to think you're a fable, buddy.
Could be.
An allegory.
You think it's a better fucking punchline.
The Three Little Pigs is a fable.
Well, obviously, you don't really think that there was three fucking hogs building houses, do you?
Well, wolves are their natural predator.
Man's their biggest predator.
Yeah, and
Bring out the bacon!
we evolved. Why can't they?
Because evolution is fake.
You just shocked me. 12 lessons from Aesop's fables. The tortoise and the hare never give up. The ants and the grasshopper work
Yeah,
hard and
work.
play hard.
No, the fucking ant grasshoppers, their meaning is work when you can so you can eat when you can't.
Well, this says work hard, play hard, Tony. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a fucking lie.
The story of a grasshopper spends his summer singing and dancing while a team of ants have worked hard all summer collecting the food from the winter. He doesn't understand why ants work so hard when winter comes. The grasshopper finds himself dying of hunger and sees the ants serving up food to survive. He then understands why the ants were working so hard. And then he fucking takes all the food from the ants, kills some of the ants too, and he's full and fed.
You can't fit in a hole.
Oh, work hard, play hard.
So, like I said, work hard and eat in winter.
Yeah. You have to work hard in order to get your work done first, then you can relax. How about that?
Work hard and you can eat in the winter.
Okay. The Dog in the Shadow. You ever heard of that one?
That one isn't ringing any bell.
And be happy with what you have. The story is a dog walking home with a piece of meat in his mouth. On his way home, he crosses a river and looks into the water. He mistakes his own reflection for another dog and wants his meat also. But as he opens his mouth, the meat falls into the river and is never seen again.
I have not heard that.
So, because the dog was being greedy, he lost the meat that he did have.
Why didn't they call it dog and his reflection instead of shadow?
The dog is a dumbass, is what they should have called it.
Yeah, well,
How,
that would work too.
how about the crow and
And
the pitcher?
I've heard about the crow, but I don't know about the picture.
There's
I
always
don't
a
know if
way.
that's
There's always a way is the message. A thirsty crow comes across a pitcher which had been full of water, but when it puts its beak into the mouth of the pitcher, he cannot reach the water. He keeps trying and then gives up. At last he comes up with an idea. He keeps dropping pebbles into the pitcher so the water rises up to the top as he is able to quench his thirst. That's dumb. Eventually, if you did that, wouldn't you eventually have a pitcher of pebbles?
I don't know.
Worked in the fable.
I've heard that, but not much.
The Bell and the Cat.
I don't believe I've heard that as a crow. I think I heard it something else. I have it say.
I heard of the Crow by Edgar Allan Poe, or the Raven, which is a crow. How about the Bell and the Cat?
So tell us,
What, the Raven? A guy
the
murdered.
crow and the cat.
I fucking just literally did. The Crow and the Pitcher.
No, tell us the one about the cat
The
and the bell.
Bell and the Cat. Yeah, okay. A family of mice has been living in fear of a cat. One day they come together to discuss possible ideas to defeat the cat. After much discussion, one young mouse gets up to suggest an idea. He suggests that they put a bell around the cat's neck so that they can hear when he approaches. All the other mice agree apart from one wise old mouse. The old mouse agrees with the plan in theory but suggests who will put the bell on the cat.
Hold on. Mad Sexy said, did you know that girls in Alabama won't do reverse cowgirl sex positions, or they don't turn their back on family? I can tell you from experience that that's not true.
They do turn their back on family in quite a rhythmic motion. Speaking of Southern Alabama girls, we got number 6, the two crabs. Um, Lead by example. We're halfway through the story. Two crabs, a mother and a child, are walking across the hairy vagina, and the mother crab scolds her child for walking wrong and tells him to walk more gracefully. The child crab explains that he doesn't know how to and asks his mother to show him. The mother crab is unable to walk right herself. The lesson is lead by example.
Is there one on there about scorpion?
No, but there is one about the gnat and the bull. The gnat settles down on the horn of a bull. After a while, the gnat decides to fly off. Before leaving, he asks the bull if it's okay for him to leave. The bull didn't even notice the gnat, so replies, "I didn't know you had come, and I shall not miss you when you go away." That's mean. The lesson in that one is you're probably not that important.
All right, let's go somewhere else.
Hold on.
Boring.
Yeah, I'm trying the lion, the ass, and the fox. It sounds good. No, there's no fucking. Are you talking about the scorpion and the turtle, or the one where he fucking takes him across the river and the scorpion stabs him and says it's in my nature?
Yeah, I thought that was fucking job. You know,
I'm pretty sure. I don't think. I'm pretty sure that was Bruce Lee. Could be. I don't know. Aesop,
don't care.
Aesop, Bruce Lee. What's the diff? Um. The water thing had an. I'm reading the comments. My bad.
Hey, I was fucking 18 when I was out doing what
You're an 18? I
I
couldn't
said.
hear
I
you.
was 18. Said I was just 18 when I was in Alabama. I was just doing what I do.
Uh, let's talk about home defense then. What are dogs good for home defense, or are they fucking useless? Or are they a liability?
Uh, Dogs are one of the best burglar alarms there is.
It's good for an alert, but what if the fucking guy has gotten into the house already and he knows you got dogs? Oh, your dogs are outside, that's right. So your dogs would let somebody or let you know immediately, unless they had a stake on them or something like that.
My dogs wouldn't let him get close enough to the steak to know he had it.
As soon as they hear the rustling, it's over. Yeah, that's how. Excuse me. You'll hear my dogs fucking bark from time to time, and I swear to God, it'll be like a fucking pebble moved in the wind or something like that. But yeah, could they be a liability after the fact?
Well, if you got a fucking dog that'll tear somebody up, it's possible, yeah. I mean, with this litigious society we have today, if your dog tears somebody up that was breaking into your house, you can just about guarantee they're going to try to fucking sue you.
Yeah, and I've fallen into this myself too, like the fucking the trap of you want a mean dog, but you don't want to train your dog to be mean because then you might get sued. Like there's more of a chance that you would get sued than an attacker comes into your house and you need to use your dog as an attack dog. Does that make sense or not?
Yeah, because it's more likely that somebody's going to come into your house or to your house without ill intent.
Right.
Somebody coming to rob you.
Yeah. I mean, statistically, yeah. That's 100% what I'm trying to say.
Then the dog don't know the difference.
Nope. A person is a person to that motherfucker. Like I'm gonna kill it. I'll kill it. Hold on, master.
I got your back, Dad.
Remember we were talking shit about Salisbury steak? That's what I ate last night. That's what I'm about to eat right now. Yeah, hell yeah. Sexy says dogs are good. Shaponery says they're just the siren, which is kind of what mine are at this point. Just like let me know someone's
Mommy's
uh,
got ankle biters too.
the dog's laid out on the couch. The little puppy's laid out on the couch right now, and she's the entire length of the arm of the couch. That's so adorable. It's precious. These precious moments are what we live for, folks. What else do you got, Tone?
I don't know.
Ain't nothing popping in the news. What's the most racist country, race, culture, or people?
Uh,
What's the most racist country? Let's go there. Germany or Russia?
I'm going to go with one of the Asian countries. Man.
Yeah, that is true. Was there what? No, because Dennis Rodman went there, didn't he? Play basketball with Kim Jong Un, so they
That's
can't.
just on the north half.
Oh, Southerners don't like the blacks.
I just, I think it's more they don't like other Asians.
Get out here, Kobe Bryant. You know Kobe Bryant. You know Michael Jordan. But nah, fucking yeah, the Asians are pretty racist. The Nordics, maybe? Do they let blacks in? What else? 17-year-old you versus you now. Yeah, did that.
Actually,
Check that off the list.
Africa might be pretty high on that list too. They
South
fucking sell each other.
South Africa. Yeah,
I
but
mean, the whole continent.
Africa. Oh yeah, huh? They got it because South Africa has to get the North Africans from somewhere. So yeah, that makes sense. Now we're cooking with gas. Sexy says Brazil. Oh yeah, South Korea, they even hate each other. Yeah. Brazil. Is Brazil? Yeah. They shoot a lot of rap videos in Brazil, but that doesn't mean that the Brazil people are happy about it.
I don't know. I'm told Brazil has to die for beaches.
Yeah, I heard about that Jamaica too, but I also heard that they cut tourists' heads off and fucking rob them of everything.
Well, I wasn't planning to go there, but I'm just saying that Brazil's beaches are why they're described. Then they can't be all bad.
um,
Shit, right now I'd say America because everybody fucking hates Whitey in America.
yeah, that is true. How the tables have turned. What about? I'm trying to make sense of half of these fucking drunken notes. Best home defense gun, rifle, pistol, revolver.
Well, any handgun I think is fine. I happen to have a 38 Special home defense. If you want to get right down to it, it's the only gun that's in the house.
Yeah, I would say any gun at all really is good for self-defense, except for a big fucking 26-inch barrel fucking shotgun or something like that. Unless you got a fucking huge spaced out mansion, then maybe you could use that.
I don't. I've never really got on board with using a shotgun as home defense or a rifle. I mean, if it's what you got, it's what you got. Would not be my choice.
Yeah, see, I kind of agree with that. Um, I have always heard of the fucking. Hold on, I'm popping right now because of the microphone. I have always heard though, people like the arguments and all that shit. And shotgun, yeah, it won't go through too many fucking layers of drywall, and it has a spread and blah 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 blah. But let's use hollow point fucking bullets in your pistol. I don't like using any kind of a long gun. Those fucking shock waves though, I could see that. I could see that, but there ain't nothing like a fucking revolver or a semi-automatic pistol.
I prefer to have free hand.
A pistol caliber carbine, PDW, that would make sense too.
Don't care what other people use. I mean, that's whatever they choose is fine. I just uh, mild recoiling revolver with a flashlight in the other hand just makes sense for me.
13.4 caliber probably. Yeah, see, that makes sense. The only thing that I would really worry more about the fucking long guns is just somebody grabbing the barrel of the gun, being around the one corner that I can't fucking, I'm trying to slice the pie as much as I can type shit, but I still couldn't see him and he grabs the barrel of my gun.
Something that you don't think about with buck is that while you have your 32, 36, 40 caliber pellets, they're coming out of that gun faster than they come out of the handgun, shooting the appropriate sized bullet.
Well, yeah,
Because they're coming out of fucking shotgun at 12, 1400 feet per second.
Yeah, and that fast 9mm everybody talks about is only going about 1100 feet per second.
Granted, the buckshot's lighter than the actual bullet, about half the weight. Still,
Nonetheless, it's the same size fucking hole.
that's more of your shit. It's gonna fuck up if you miss, and if it either partially misses the bad guy or goes through bad guy.
Yeah. which either one is really not that good.
Well, I have no doubt that buckshot can go completely through something up
At close
close.
enough range, yeah, okay, yeah, close enough range for sure.
And a slug, forget it. I don't think a slug is a good idea at all
I wouldn't use a slug
home
for home
defense.
defense, nah. Nah, but see now, who was saying something about level 2 armor? Did you see that comment?
I know I'm something pretty earlier.
I know, I'm trying to look for it.
Well, that's where Yankee went with that whole thing we was talking about before we went on air. I said I was listening to the show. He said if you shoot them a time or two in the chest and they don't stop because they're wearing soft armor, shoot them in the dick.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, but I've
I'd
heard
be
that.
like,
I've
well, if
heard
you
that
could hit,
before. For Clint Smith used to say that all the time.
yeah, that's where he got it. But my thinking is, uh, if you can hit the dick, surely you can hit their head.
Yeah. Yeah, now, what he was saying, though, he was saying hit him in the dick, but he was just using that. Clint Smith was just using that as like a
Right.
shock value kind of thing.
They were
But
saying pelvic
the whole
regions.
area, yeah, that exactly, because you're getting, that's the second largest area, so, hit him in the upper thigh, the pelvis, the pelvic, whatever the pelvic bone area, all that
There's
shit.
lots of fairly good size blood vessels in that area. So,
Yeah, and it'll put a motherfucker down.
right, that's it in a nutshell. Stop mobility.
Hmm.
Unless they're armed, then you just want to shoot them in the head and turn that on switch off.
Well, that's the thing about shooting in the dick, is because if you shoot in the dick, yeah, they're gonna be in a little pain, yeah, or a lot of pain, yeah, they might drop, but are they the type of person that could kind of shake that off for a second and get a nice little purchase on their pistol and fucking aim at you?
Just because you just shot them in
Oh,
the Troy Center.
especially because you shot him in the dick. Like, this motherfucker just shot me in the dick. So yeah, you gotta. I mean, I would just fucking if they're on the ground and still moving around, kind of, and they have a pit. Oh, they're getting lit up. They're getting lit up. I don't care what the charge is. I'll do another. I'll do a year in jail or something. You know what I mean? Whatever. Fuck it. And I was watching a thing too for like self-defense cases. People rarely get off like clean, scot-free off. It's got to be like a perfect scenario type of thing. Some people end up serving time for fucking shooting in city limits. Some people end up serving time for fucking like a whole bunch of crazy shit that I had no idea. I had no idea. You get a lot of trouble for doing that shit, for defending yourself.
It's one of the big reasons why we didn't want to move to a small town in Southern.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in those city fucking limits.
No, I don't have that problem.
And if you do, you can just hook onto it and move your camper to the next place of parking.
That's it.
I'll have to
Made in the
get
shade.
one of them building moving guys to come in and move my cabin, but it can be done. Well,
It ain't what.
whenever I get one of them moving guys to come in and bring the fucker.
As soon as they can maneuver their way inside of it.
Yeah, we slept off on a couple of things. Got a big rock yet to move. Maybe one tree left to cut down. I want to wait till he's there before I do it. But it'd take 15 minutes at most to do both. By big tree, I mean it's about 5 inch in diameter. It's not a huge tree. I just figured out pretty quickly out there standing in the afternoon sun, even when it was only like 86, that I wanted all the shade I could get.
That I never understood the importance of sun till I came to Arizona, or the shade. I always thought the shade was a joke. Like, fuck that. I'm not going in the shade. I'm going in the house. When you're like stuck outside for a certain amount of time in the sun and you find that
Yeah.
one shaded area, it's nice.
Well, the thing is imagine your house being completely shaded too.
Oh, yeah. I could
All
imagine that.
God, from the time we moved back up here from working on later sexy, from working down there for the feds, every house we've been in up here is lots of shade. But this place has perfect shade for driving, which my other house was pretty good, but you would get late afternoon sun, western part. You know, it goes down below the canopy trees right over the top. Here, I don't have that. They're shaded all fucking day long. And
Well,
they're probably 10 degrees cooler than outside temperature all day.
the sun here is my worst enemy. When
I
it
never get
shines,
in them and have it be hot enough to feel like your hands are being burnt or some shit like that. And I have experienced that, like being down there at the motel. There's no fucking shade there. I go out and get in the truck and you open the fucking door and it's like you just opened the fucking oven door when you're broiling shit.
yeah, that's how it
Kind of
is.
ease into there without touching anything to start the truck up to turn the air conditioner on to go back in the shade and sit, or in the door of the building where it's air conditioned and watch the truck loaded with shit. Although I didn't, I actually set the fucking truck. I shouldn't have. Yeah, there was a guy up to the wall. Fucking truck, I can't take the keys and lock the damn door. With it running. Suburban, I can. That's always kind of handy. Now, the shade thing doesn't work in the winter.
Well, no,
It's
it's
just
already
as
cold.
fucking cold,
Yeah.
just as fucking cold inside in the winter as it is outside.
But the shade is cold. The sun works in the winter. If you stand in the sun, it almost seems like it's a little bit warmer than it really is.
Well, if it's not too far below freezing, the sun will clear the windows. Mine are always shaded, so that's an issue. Most of the time, up until this past winter, I kept them inside. Fuck it, why even bother? Just put the thing inside and it'll be 70 degrees when I back it out.
Yeah.
The truck's got heated seats, which heat up quickly, but it ain't as quick as it already being fucking 70 in there. I got so much fucking shit in this garage waiting to go down to the shed, I ain't keeping the truck inside. It's difficult to get it in here without doing a bunch of fucking rearranging. And usually when I do that, it's putting stuff in the back of the truck. Because I'll load the truck and then park it inside before I go. And I'm not going to leave it outside with, I don't know how many $1,000 of tools and shit I got in the back and want to go down there. I'll be glad to get a fucking shed on site so I can lock shit in it. And not have to tote it back and forth to make things quite a bit easier.
Yeah, I'd be paranoid as fuck having my shit out there.
Actually, I've met the neighbor up the road next to me day before yesterday. And he says, you don't have to worry too much. He said, nobody will bother your stuff. He said, we got one neighbor here that nobody wants to deal with because he's Vietnam vet with PTSD, but he doesn't ever do anything to harm anybody, anything like that. He's a weirdo. He said, but there's no traffic.
Well, yeah. The way you described it, I'm pretty sure it barely ever has anybody up and down those roads.
The way he described it, there's three houses, or houses. There's three people living up there, three groups, three different. I think they're trailers, all of them. I think one of them lives in a camper, and that's a little Vietnam guy. This kid lives in a trailer on top of the hill, and then there's one on the other side of him.
So those people that actually own this land, though, right? Not just like squatters that took the area. Mine now.
Uh, I'm sure they are, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
That's crazy. Tony just moved into the middle of a blood feud.
I don't give a shit as long as they don't fucking bother me. That way, them young girls that are looking to get laid, I can take care of either side. Won't matter to me.
Anybody goes to the York household, just let it be known that that's neutral territory. There will be no killing in the York house.
Unless he does.
Well, you
Oh,
can't
I did buy
add that in the rules.
another 2 cartons of smokes while I was down there.
Oh, finally making sense. Did the price
Yeah,
go up yet?
no.
Oh, you
Actually,
know,
they were like $2 cheaper than where I bought them before.
the liquor store, the one that I was like, oh, you guys are the cool guys, because they don't ever like card you or nothing like that. They fucking, um, excuse me, as of this week, stopped ordering menthol cigarettes. I says, but why? Nothing even is like in law yet. Like there isn't even nothing that's passed yet. Why? Like, oh, we're just getting ready for it, man. If it's gonna be illegal, we're not gonna make any money off of it, and we don't wanna stir the pot. Is exactly what the guy said to me, and I'm like, oh, Indian guy. I'm like, oh, you guys are all fucking illegal in here on like the same visa or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
shit.
that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, they didn't want to get caught. But it's hitting close to home though now. I'm like, God damn, this is crazy.
You know,
Well,
now that you mention that, I don't recall seeing any green in
in
the
Missouri.
in the ads that they have up at the cigarette counter,
Mm-hmm.
or the section they had where I got the cigarettes. Uh, all started Marlboros on top, and then went down to L&M, and then it got down to the cheap or whatever's
Right, yeah.
$3 pack down at the bottom, and
They have them
they were all
fanned out,
non-mint.
kind of like you could see all the boxes, type of shit, right?
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a regular cigarette pack display, but it might have just been non-menthol in this container. I don't know, but now that you mention that, either place I bought cigarettes, I don't recall seeing menthols advertised or in stock.
Well, I'm gonna have to fucking. I'm going. My plan is, I'm not doing it yet. It's gonna be this weekend, and just stock the fuck up. I'm getting like 20 cartons, throwing them in the fridge and the freezer. I'm gonna stock up, and then when those are out, when I'm on like my last carton, I'm gonna work that out. I'm gonna wean myself off cigarettes on that last carton.
I cannot wait for the menthol withdrawal Jimmy episodes.
Like, just be patient
I'm
with
going,
me. You already know
you're
we in
like,
it.
I love this red Marlboro.
God damn
Six
it,
dollar,
motherfucker!
$6.50 pack.
Yeah, right. What does that got to do with guns, motherfucker?
Keeps me from rashly using them.
Just fire 2 shots out the door.
I I don't. I can understand the flavored vape.
I don't understand what's the fuck the difference is.
I mean, I don't see why
Either way, you're
there's
giving yourself cancer or whatever the fuck.
an age limit on vape. I mean, granted, smoking will kill you,
Tony,
But
because vaping will put toxic metals like nickel and aluminum in your lungs. That's metal in your lungs. You ever seen that commercial?
well,
Yeah,
you just need to get one of them whole house particulate filters for your water system. Customize it to take a cigarette in the end of it.
that's it.
You can light it, you draw it all inside, it'll filter it, and then like 30 minutes later, you'll finally start to get some of that nicotine into your lungs.
Yeah.
It'll take a lot of sucking that first time, but after that, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, you'll learn. That's what I tell all my bitches. You'll learn. Oh my goodness gracious. The new civil war will have race undertones and a government declares a war on yeah. It's gonna be a
I'm
race war.
surprised that there ain't, I was going to say, I'm surprised there ain't a lot of racist bitching things going on out
Why come y'all take out menthols, but leave the white man's cigarette alone?
there. Well,
Y'all
mister,
ever
that's kind of hard to argue because while it may be y'all menthol, it's also white girls menthol,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Why come
which still leaves us white men alone.
the KKK sign on the Marlboro box? Have you ever heard that myth?
Nope.
What? Oh, Tony, you're missing out, bud.
I'm right now looking for the sign.
It's on the front, back, and the side. Hold on a second. I got a loose puppy on KKK on How do I spell it? Moral
MARL.
pack images. Oh, I don't know what that one means.
I wonder if they're talking about the Philip Morris two horses with a crown.
Possibly. Where's the Discord? Where's this? Okay, 2 seconds. Sorry. Okay. And now it should be up. I don't get it. Do you get it? It's gonna show for you in like 20 seconds probably.
Yeah.
What does Marlboro mean? I'm a useless info junkie. It's upside down. Oroboram. But I always thought it was the red triangle was a K. Then they had the K on the two K's on the side, which made it into KKK.
I think you might be into a place where people are trying too hard to find something that ain't close to it.
Probably.
I could see maybe that Philip Morris emblem being drawn by a Klansman or some shit like that.
Tobacco giant denies KKK link. Hmm. Hmm.
What are you thinking? Maybe that they Marlboros are smoked by Klansmen?
I mean, I don't think that's even disputed.
Of course not. Real ones. Marlboro.
Oh, here it is. Bam. The K. What is it? Oh, this is on Facebook, so I can't look at it unless I log in or press this button. Okay. That's nope, wrong one.
Oh, I see it. But
Yeah,
that ain't on the box without the Sharpie.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But that's supposed to symbolize the K.
Oh, bullshit. That's people looking for shit that ain't fucking there.
Oh, yeah, I don't. I know it. I know it. Come on now. I know it. But still, it's funny that that's that's what makes it even funnier in my book.
I mean, they're putting it on there in the picture like it's fucking there. You got a pack that's got that on it. Somebody's been in there, and I would beware of smoking, especially if it happened to be other than white color.
See, there you go again with your Marlboro fucking talk. White color.
Well, if you think it's so damn racist, why the hell does everybody ask me if I want red?
Because they're not sure if you want the red or the fucking light.
There's only one of them that say Marlboro 100.
Lights are red,
All the
sir.
all the rest of them got something else added. You really have no idea how many times I've made that fucking statement. Counters. There's only one Marlboro 100. I don't know why the fuck they were changing from gold to red.
One is the light.
No, they were both Marlboro 100s. They just switched from the gold to red.
I don't know.
They used to be gold where they're red now.
Yeah. Sammy says he didn't know race had shit to do with brands of cigarettes. Does.
Oh, Newports.
Does. Newport and Marlboros. Marlboros are the fucking cowboy cigarettes. Newports are the fucking ghetto rapper cigarettes.
You know, when I was younger, the cigarettes that I seen darker skinned people smoke was cool.
Cool. That's what yeah, Cools or Salem's.
But also a lot of uh, the dopers, weed smoking guys smoke cool.
That's because there was always that mythical rumor that you got higher up with menthol cigarettes.
I suppose so.
But I don't know. Yes, racism.
Reds,
Uh,
reds aren't reds aren't more potent. They're only uh, the filter's less. They filter a little bit less out, but you get like 30 centimeters more cigarettes in the 100, so it ends up you get more out of that for the same money, which is why I smoke it. So yes, they're more potent in one sense, but you get more of the goodies for that. Go more nicotine out of 100.
oh yeah, I've always said that too. Like I don't. Why do they even make shorts? You're just wasting your money buying shorts for the same price. Get the hundreds.
The one that you're wasting money on is shit like a fucking Lucky Strike or a Camel. They're like 2 fucking inches long, and that's all you get. And unless you carry a roach clip around, you can't even get all that 2 inches. Yeah, but that don't fit in with our racism. That black cowboy shit. It's like black lawmen. You know, nobody wants to bring up that there was like Bass Reeves out there who was really, really fucking good at it. And that fucking, who the hell was that famous cowboy? Something blue. I don't know. I can't keep up with all white cowboys. Why would I open up another Packer race? Hell, probably most of the real cowboys out there were Mexican. I mean, that's where most of the fucking cowboy shit come from, is vaqueros. All right. What the hell? Did he already leave? Damn, that's loud enough. It's gonna get my fucking dog barking.
Still nothing? Something?
Don't
Hello?
know.
You hear me?
I hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I was making funny clips and remarks and all that shit. So
Obviously, your computer didn't agree that it was funny.
who do you think is the one that I can remember is who do you think is more talks more about slavery? 2022 teenager or a black cowboy?
2022 teenager.
Yeah, I don't think that because cowboys were more tough and didn't give a fuck about that shit. Like, oh, that was just my grandmammy. I don't give a fuck.
I um, would bet money that any of them that was out there during slavery were glad they weren't slaves.
Yeah, glad that was over. Now let's go shoot some of these white people. Some of these white criminals.
I mean,
Payback
I
time, motherfucker.
I'm firmly of the mindset that you guys need to fucking get over this slavery thing because that was 100 and damn, I can't count that well. 150 years ago. Ain't nobody alive today that's actually owned a slave, although a lot of us had kids for that purpose. The government tells you don't even own them.
I'm so upset that I was literally fucking spitting out comedy gold. I'm so
Uh,
upset that my microphone just shut the fuck. Apparently, it just shuts the fuck off whenever it wants to without telling me.
well, it's preventing you from putting yourself in YouTube jail.
I guess. And the pauses you took were like perfect for like my response time. And then you said something. I swear to God, for a whole minute, I thought we were talking to each other. You couldn't even fucking hear me. God damn it. Uh,
But the real question is who talks more about slavery today, left or the right?
left.
By much.
Well, I gotta go get ready. I'm gonna go sell this dog, so
Hold up a second.
go
I
ahead
got a
and
little more.
make it fast.
Let's talk about the whole white privilege thing for just a second, because this is something that is completely fucking alien to me.
What do you mean? You
Well,
never had
what
any
the
white
fuck
privilege?
is white? Yeah, no shit.
Never got to taste any
I
of that?
I have been told though that if I were black and or woman, or even better yet, a black woman, I would have a job because I'm a white guy. Sorry, I've been told that fucking twice.
Yeah. There, unfortunately, there is no reverse affirmative action.
No shit.
Sorry, we already had enough white guys.
Now, granted, this was early '80s when the affirmative action thing was fairly new, but I know it sucked. Yeah, I'm still waiting on my white privilege too. I don't got nothing that I didn't fucking work.
Well, hold your breath, because this is definitely the wrong year to cash in, you guys.
Uh, I'm actually looking to get my fucking green and shady privilege. Fucking bow out of society.
Trust me, you're gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have all the privilege in the world once you get the fuck out of here. As soon as you leave fucking Illinois, you're gonna feel a weight lifted off of you.
I I don't get how the left is so good with fucking words, phrases, shit, titles.
It's not words and phrases and titles. It's the same thing as on the right. It's they're fucking. You, how do I say this without being offensive? They attract idiots. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds good. And they
I
go
mean,
along
yeah,
with
look
whatever the fuck it say, whatever the fuck they say. The people on the TV, they're smarter than me. Oh, he's got a suit on. He's fucking way smarter than me. I wear fucking onesie to work. You know what I'm like? They fucking
Our message is from the right: if you work your ass off and bust your nuts, in the end, you can end up with stuff. On
Yeah,
the left, white guy owes you shit.
yeah. Just ask the government. You need something? Ask the government. You want somebody to provide for you? Ask the government.
All right, people, time to get the fuck out of here before I get really angry over that shit.
Just have another kid.
I don't want money.
You can't convince me that money's that goddamn good. All right, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go sell this dog. Friday show. We shouldn't have any puppy noises in the background.
So you say.
I promise. If I don't get rid of this
You know,
motherfucker, I'm gonna do like the episode of I Love Lucy where her and Ethel were making grapes in Italy. They were stomping on grapes to make wine.
lying.
I got a bucket.
Some bitch still worth a cheap gun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. All right. I'll see you guys on Friday.
Good day, everybody.
You're watching the NWP podcast. You're